My small YouTube channel in Singapore with less than 5,000 subscribers makes over $1,000 a month. Let me break it down for you while we're taking a walk in my neighborhood. So of course on my channel I talk a lot about personal finance, saving money, making money and ultimately investing that money to work for you. So this is basically the making money part where I'm talking to you guys about. If I was being perfectly honest, other than my full-time job that brings in a very decent income, I don't have a lot of experience in the making money field in any other areas outside of my job. So this is me trying to build up that income from another source, or rather an alternate income source outside of my job, and document my journey of me trying to scale this YouTube channel and scale this alternate income source along with you guys, right? I'm being perfectly transparent. It's not anything too crazy. I'm not earning $10,000 a month or anything. From the title of this video, you can tell it's just earning $1,000 a month, which is fantastic. So if you're breaking down the income sources, the very first income source that every YouTuber likes or wants is the AdSense revenue, right? This is something that is very exciting because you see all the YouTubers, generally the ones in the US and other countries, they talk about it a lot, which is whenever you guys are watching these videos of mine, advertisements play, and as these advertisements play on these YouTube videos, I earn a small chunk from the advertisers, right? A lot of the YouTubers who are able to have millions of views, they can basically earn a lot of money from it. It also depends on the niche that you're in, but basically you need 1,000 subscribers at least and 4,000 hours of watch time to qualify. But after that, if you can get millions of views every single month, that means that you'll be able to rake in maybe thousands of dollars. But as of my channel right now, that stands to be the smallest income source, especially because my channel doesn't bring in as many views as the other channels. Maybe because it's a more niche sort of channel. But with that being said, usually for AdSense, it has been rising quite a bit for me because I've been posting more of these walk and talk videos that are easier to post as well, right? So I earn usually around $200, maybe 100 plus to about $200 per month from AdSense, which is better than nothing, right? Just posting these videos doesn't take me a lot of effort. I just talk about my life, document what I'm doing, and then I earn money from it, which is pretty nice, right? But you do need to spend a lot of time to get to that point where you are monetized, and for me that took about a whole year. So imagine working one entire year, then you're starting to earn about that $100 or $200 per month after you have crossed this milestone, which is a very tough milestone, if I must say. A lot of YouTubers out there are trying to get to this milestone, right? But if I was to do everything over again, I would say if you're a YouTuber who is watching, don't rely on AdSense. It's like playing the monetization game on a hard mode, so I wouldn't recommend it at all. But moving on to my next income source, that will be the affiliate income source. So affiliate links are things that you can put in your description box or even things that you can pin down below in the comment section. Basically, it's like some of the affiliates that I use are like Momo, Longbridge and things like that. They are basically investment platforms, and when you guys sign up with the link down in the description box, then I get a small referral fee at no cost to you, which I'm very grateful. So thank you for you guys who have been supporting this channel. You've been signing up with the affiliate links in my account, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. That's the reason why I can get this affiliate income, right? So usually I get it from these two brokerages that I use. I don't promote a lot of things like maybe a lot of the other YouTubers do, because I only want to do things that I am currently doing and things that I really believe in. So I believe my brand and reputation is the most important thing above all the money that I can earn. So trust is the most important thing. So I want to recommend things that I'm personally using or things that I personally really like or enjoy. And that usually brings in around $300 to $500 a month. As of now, it's been increasing a lot more because I've been posting more tutorial-like videos, a lot more these vlog-like videos, so maybe a lot more people are watching my channel as well. Just the other day, there was this guy. I was just in Perth and I met this guy, Neil, if you're watching. He was very nice and he just came up to me. He was waiting in the queue in the airport as well, in the immigration, and he just said hi to me, which was very nice. I never knew that just me posting videos, people will be watching them and people will interact with me and really just say hi in real life. It's a really nice experience just talking to you guys, or rather meeting someone that watches my videos. So if you guys ever see me on the street, I don't bite, please say hi to me. I'll be very happy to learn your name, talk to you, and maybe even feature you in a video or something like that, right? But yeah, that's how the affiliate links are coming in. You gain trust from people as you're helping them. people will sign up with your link because they like what you're saying, they enjoy what you're saying, and they ultimately trust you. So building that rapport with people is really, really important. And that brings me to the next income source, which is sponsorships. So usually these things only come in a little bit more once you've hit 1,000 subscribers, but once you've hit 1,000 subscribers or more, a lot of these companies start to approach you for sponsorships, right? I must say sponsorships are a little bit tricky as well, because you have been in the YouTube game for so long and people are just kind of throwing money at you the moment you get the sponsorships, and people want you to endorse any weird ass product out there or platform which I don't really use or really want to endorse because I don't know much about it. Some of them sound sketchy as hell, and honestly I feel that you should really only endorse things that you know or you enjoy, because in the case that you endorse something that flops, like freaking just up like FTX or something like that, then you'll be in big trouble because your trust and reputation will be at stake. And I think that's worth more than all the money you can have, because you're really making a difference in people's lives. But of course, sometimes, you know, the things that you endorse, they don't do well, and it's not your fault, right? You don't have any control over that, but the only things you have control is to do your due diligence. Sponsorship is a little bit more irregular because it's hard to be sponsored every single month, but with the sponsorships income in, I earn around $500 to $700 to that extent, and if we total up everything in a month, I can get anywhere between $800 to $1,200, or even sometimes a little bit more. It fluctuates a little bit because this kind of income is not regular, but as you can see, if we average it out, it's around $1,000 a month of income, which is really, really nice, right? But of course, talking about the incomes and all, then it begs the question, like, why did I start my YouTube channel in the first place? If I was being perfectly honest, I started this YouTube channel as a way to escape my job. I was burnt out from my work and I really wanted an escape route. So I read this book called 2 Weeks Notice, and the author, Amy Porterfield, was saying, create a YouTube channel, create a personal brand, and then you can use that as a way to leverage in the future to really escape from your job, right? So the more I did YouTube as a way of escape, the more I realized that the North Star that I was approaching was that I wanted to help people and I wanted to earn money doing it. Then I thought to myself, what the heck am I doing? I'm already doing that in my physio job. I am earning money and I'm helping patients every day with their pain. So it makes no sense, right, for me to quit physio just to do YouTube when I'm already helping people and I'm already earning money, good money from it some more. So I decided I'm going to keep my physio job and I'm going to do YouTube on the side as well. If YouTube picks up, then maybe I can work out somewhere where I can cut down my hours or anything like that, and then, you know, try to find a better balance between doing YouTube and doing physio work at the same time. But of course, right now for me, it's to experiment and try new things and find new income sources, which is very, very important in the things that I preach on this channel, because if you can find more income sources, then you are relying less on your job. Overall, you're going to be a lot happier doing your job as well, because you have options. You are going to work today more because you choose to, not because you have to. And I think that's incredibly freeing and you're going to feel so much better. And of course, one of the main things to have more income sources is to make your money work for you, right? And of course, to be investing your money. So I guess if any of you guys are interested in investing, the links are down below in the description box. Mumu, Longbridge, any ones that you sign up with, you have new user promotions, that's going to help you to kickstart your investing journey to have more income in the future as well. So that goes without saying, right? But if you do find personal finance and investing a little bit tricky and you want a little bit more support, I'm actually offering free consultations online, and I am doing it for Singaporeans in their 30s, and I just want to have a deeper connection to people and really understand what their problems are in terms of getting started investing. And if that's something that you are interested in, you can click the link down in the description box. So with that being said, the whole point of me making a video like this is not to brag about how much money I'm earning, but to ask yourself this question: how can this apply to you as well? How can you generate these other income sources for yourself, right? So two main things basically come to mind, which is what do you already know, and the second one is what do you enjoy. So for me, I started documenting my personal finance on YouTube because I was already interested in personal finance and investing. So it was just common sense for me to start a channel like this, right? My brother, for example, he does Pokemon cards. He resells Pokemon cards that he finds on Facebook Marketplace because he enjoys Pokemon. That's one of our childhood games. And number two is, you know, it's a fun way to really earn side income. Like, he can earn a few $100s a month just doing that, you know. So a few $100s a month, it really compounds to a lot of money in 1 year or 2 years, because it goes to thousands of dollars. And would it be nice to have just a few $100s every month, $300, $400, $500 every month, that you don't have to rely to come from your job, right? Just from you doing things on your side, utilizing the time that you have after your 9 to 5 just to earn you more income so you can enjoy your 9 to 5 even more. But you might have the question, Shrenkai, so what if I don't have anything I'm interested in, or I don't know anything, right? I'm just a student, or I'm just somebody who is just doing my job and I don't know anything else outside of my job to earn money, right? So then very easy as well. Just you're watching all these YouTube videos, right? All these personal finance gurus or whoever who are starting TikTok side hustles, YouTube side hustles, especially in Singapore, just go try any of them. Go and experiment and see how it goes. I've tried selling custom G-Shock watches where I was customizing the watch bands of these G-Shock watches. I've also tried things like TikTok live shopping. So I was selling this Game Boy on TikTok live. I was going live a couple hours a week and I was earning like $100 just from those few hours of doing in just 1 week, So if I do it for like 4 weeks in a month, maybe I can earn like $300-400, which is really nice income, right? So if you don't know, just go and try more things. Experiment and see how it goes and see whether you enjoy it, and also see whether you can make money from it, right? Whatever it is, it's going to be a nice journey of you getting started. So the truth is, it's so much easier to just bitch about your life and about your job and about how bad things are instead of trying to fix it, or in a way trying to find a way out of it or to progress forward and make your life a bit better. So honestly, I feel that you can just keep watching these YouTube videos, right? Just keep watching my videos, right? Whatever. It's not going to help you much if you off this video and you're just not going to do anything with your life, because it's just mindless entertainment, right? Yeah, then watch more videos. Give me the AdSense money. I mean, what you do with your life is not going to affect me, but the main point is why I'm making these videos. I want you to make a positive change in your life. I can't force you to do it, but I hope that by watching my videos one by one, it helps to inspire you somewhere down the line where you're really going to make a conscious effort to change something in your life. If you enjoyed this video here, then you'll probably enjoy this video here. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.